XRP, which is not owned by Ripple. XRP is not Ripple. Ripple is not XRP. If you own a unit of XRP, it gives you no right, title, or interest to Ripple. If you want to own Ripple, go into the secondary market and you can buy some shares in Ripple and become an investor in Ripple. But what XRP does, and this is really what I think is fascinating, is when you combine XRP with RippleNet, the proprietary software solution, I think it does something really magical. It's really the secret sauce. It's liquidity on demand.
How big is that problem? How many customers do you have? There's no question there's a lot of hype in this system, and I don't actually think that's a good thing. For Ripple, we use this digital asset called XRP to settle liquidity needs between banks. So today there's $27 trillion parked at different banks around the world so they can make payments between each other. Our view is you can use a digital asset like XRP to do that in real time. Because XRP has been so efficient, it settles a transaction about 3 seconds compared to Bitcoin. So it just
passes through that currency for that period of time.
That's correct.
What is up, everyone, from the Ripple and XRP community? We've got explosive news for XRP that I think would change a lot of stuff, maybe even history. Want to find out more? Just stick around until the very end. For now, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on bell notifications.
Just looking at the future, we've been talking about stablecoin as an additional service offering and component to our business. The AUDD will be the token name. We are looking to launch in the next couple of months on initially the Stellar blockchain, then the Ripple blockchain, and further blockchains in the following months. Business-to-business focus, very much about improving payments. Another, let's call it arrow in our quiver. We are being supported in the funding for this new business by our partners, Stellar and Ripple. So essentially, Novati has a new growth business with very minimal funding of its own, and this will drive significant revenues going forward. Someone's mentioned Hedera, So we have myself and our manager for stablecoin were at a conference in Texas called Consensus about a month ago, and actually we had extensive conversations with them about actually getting them to also essentially incentivize us to bring their blockchain in as an additional network. And so I think you'll see over the next sort of year or so that there'll be Stellar, Ripple, Hedera, Ethereum, where, many stable coins have sort of started. But we'll bring on multiple blockchains, which in itself is sort of a unique offering in Australia, but it really improves the utility of the service over time.
Talking about the most explosive news about XRP that I think will change the entire digital landscape. Let's take a look at Ripple's growth potential as we listen to these mentions about Ripple from the top executives at companies from around the globe that are in direct partnerships with the Fintech Startup.
My name is Ed Metzger. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for OnePayFX. OnePayFX is the name that Santander has given to its new proposition for international payments. Banco Santander is the biggest bank in the Eurozone by market capitalization, and we have over 140 million customers around the world. The reason why we as Santander were interested in Ripple and able to move quickly into this space was driven ultimately by the customer need, and actually that search for solutions as to how to create that kind of customer experience. Ripple helps us address some of those pain points that we have seen in the past with some of our customers, and that's around being able to generate that certainty and that transparency along the transaction so that we can show that to our customers when they're making their payment. They can see how much is going to arrive, and they've got that certainty about the timing as well. And Ripple also helps us address the speed point as well. So we've seen some of our payments now are instant, which for an international payment is a great achievement, and that something that our customers have really been happy with. In the territories where we've launched it, we're seeing customers do more business with us. So we see more transactions from the same set of customers, and that's a very positive reinforcement of the service. We've also seen some evidence of the customers changing their behaviour. So as they understand that the service is faster, and as they understand that service gives them that certainty of how much is going to arrive there, we've seen some evidence of customers using it in new ways, a little bit more akin to a standard domestic payment. And that customer behaviour, again, is very positive for us because it tells us that people feel comfortable using the service. Now, in our partnership with Ripple, what's worked really well for us is not just the technology, but also the partnership with other financial institutions. We've found that certainly a very important point as we've expanded and scaled up the service to our customers. Our most important ROI from this is the customer satisfaction. The thing that's driven us forward is the positive feedback that we've got from offering the OnePayFX service to our customers. And I think as we've mentioned, that's the key attributes are around certainty, transparency, and underpinned by a competitive price. Ripple is part of that mix that allows us to deliver that service. But the key return on investment for us is being able to do more business with more customers and having those customers coming back to us in the future.
My name is Adrian Yap. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Money Match. Basically what we do is we're a Malaysian-based company that handles cross-border payments, primarily for SMEs. And with Ripple, that's basically helped us allow these SMEs to make payments to, I think, over 100 countries around the world already. When Ripple made the introduction, it's sort of like a hug instead of a handshake, right? And that basically allowed us, granted us greater access and quicker access to banks as well. So we're speaking to the right people, in the right partners, and like I said, being on RippleNet sort of gave us some sort of credibility as well, and they took us basically a lot more seriously, and then they allowed us to basically open up payment rails and corridors to these countries as well, which in turn lowered our costs, and then sort of generated more volume. Ripple sort of kickstarted everything for us with that regards to certain corridors, of course. I think the partners that Ripple have brought on board, we saw a cost reduction of close to about 40%. We obviously took this cost savings and passed it back down to the customer. So in return created a lower euro pricing for us as well, which then in turn completes the loop. So then we had more customers, we generated more volumes. Yeah, I mean, we were using other partners, even Swift to a certain extent, right, to clear our European payments as well. So the Swift network typically takes 2 days, right, for the money to reach our customers. We managed to get money to Europe in under 5 hours. Yeah, that's basically for my compliance to clear, through our partners' compliance to clear, and basically the money reaching our client's account in euro through the SEPA network. So that greatly enhanced the whole experience for our customers as well, and in turn, created a very satisfied customer. The sort of vision I think that we have for Money Match as well is pretty in line with what Ripple has as well. You want to make payments everywhere, anywhere, and everywhere, right? So I think that's typically something that we are looking to grow to as well. I mean, it's one thing about what we have the rails right now. I mean, thanks to Ripple, but I think that what we really want to do is to have the ability to collect and not send as well, and have multiple licenses so we can grow our own network. But I think the key focus would be to build our outbound and collection capabilities in the near future on a global scale.
My name is Jay Lee. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer and co-founder of Simply, which is a remittance platform based out of Korea and now also in Singapore. So we have two major groups of customers. One is migrant workers in Korea and international students from Korea living abroad. Essentially, they want to send money from Korea to abroad. And they're usually facing 4 major issues. One is that it's expensive. Second is that it's slow. Third, the senders who are trying to send, it's inconvenient for them. And for the recipients who are receiving, it's inconvenient for them to receive. But migrant workers especially are not aware of the hidden costs, are not in the proximity of being able to use these technology were it not for players like us. Ripple is helping us do what we do better. We are able to take this technology and give it to them so that they can at least have the same financial inclusion and opportunity. And if you actually view their lives, it affects their whole family, not just one, but their whole family, and not just 5-10 years, but 50 years of their lives. We're a client of Ripple, I would say, or our partners. They provide us with two aspects of, I guess, expansion of business. One is the fact that their product is, in the development perspective, standardized for us to easily plug in and integrate with new partners. And then Ripple is able to introduce us to countries that have more, I would say, superior products within those countries, within the...
I mean, guys, how could you not be bullish on XRP? Real government land issued in Colombia on the XRP ledger. With all of these partnerships with these SMEs, Fortune 500 companies, and even governments around the world, such as the government of Colombia, allowing for the issuance of land on the XRP ledger. And even more interestingly is the Central Bank of India deploying blockchain technology with some of these Ripple partners. Do you still think of the Ripple Pioneer digital asset, XRP, as a fluke? And I know someone might ask, since Ripple has this great influence in the global financial space, why then are we only just hearing about these partnerships? Well, the answer to that is simple. The ongoing lawsuit is the direct impediment to us getting a full hang of these updates. And just like every other leading business entity, great services don't need too much PR. So rest assured that a lot of these explosive news and updates about XRP are going to hit the space real hard once this lawsuit settles. The big question is, would you be prepared by then? Wouldn't you rather hop onto the bandwagon now at its cheapest, right before the lawsuit settles and these all hit the mainstream media? Well, a smart investor would, unless of course you don't believe in the longevity of the company.
For me, what's interesting is when I talk to one of our customers, partners, and the benefits they see, right? The customer, Asmo, is a great example. It's one of the big remittance companies. When they can enable their payments, a Filipino worker paying, from the UK, sending money to their family to pay for food or housing or hospital or whatever it is, and they can do that at a fraction of the cost. That for me is where the big value is. As opposed to how much XRP is in circulation or not, and
Well, good.